But
just gave you that trade entry right there for free. 30-second in the money, banging to the outside. Touch the 21 with the curving stoke. I showed it to you subtly. I don't know who picked it up, but I was hoping some of you guys were picking up what I was putting down. I don't even talk sometimes. I just give you the trade right there. Look at that. I gave you this exact entry a minute and a half ago before this green candle even hit. All right? I haven't even come live yet. I just gave you an entry out this cup and handle to the upside. This is massive move right there. That you could quit for the day right there. Who here took the trade and saw what I was putting down? I'll be back as soon as I can. Let me put on my shirt. I got no pants on. I'm in a towel. I'm giving live trades in a towel. Watch out for this double top here, but we're likely to pump. We got above the 200, baby. And then you look for the 1 minute. The 1 minute should go for the 200. This is simple stuff. I teach you guys. All right? And we get to the 200, we call it a day. If it gets above the 200, we leave a runner. 75% sold at the 200 SMA. We leave a runner for the rest of the move. Bang, bang, bang. SMA, exactly like it's supposed to. This is the money printer, money maker. I call it the spring, 200 SMA spring. That's my new name for it, to the upside. I gotta go put my pants on. Literally sitting here in a towel giving you guys the trades. You were just given a live trade. Don't complain about the lateness. I was trading, so I had to kind of manage my position. Some days I actually have to, take care of myself as well as everybody else, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's get that countdown stopped, and let's get that intro running. God bless each and every one of you. Let's get it in. Bam, 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 bam. This is why they call me Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside, baby! Yeah! We just nailed it viciously. 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 Shout out to everybody here. As the live stream started, I drew this falling wedge. I saw that the 30-second chart was touching the 21 SMA. The 21 is my go-to for a bang, bang, bang. See the 21 touching price action. The Stokes were low. Lack of bearish momentum on the MACD. You are going to get a move. I had a Cup and Hattie. This is why they call me Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside, baby. And honestly, I bet the NASDAQ followed this. Like, if you're trading the NASDAQ, just watch this. Just watch my Bitcoin updates. Look, you would have been able to trade this exactly pretty much the same way. There was the 30-second move to the upside there. So the NASDAQ following Bitcoin easily to the upside. So look, if you wanted to trade the NASDAQ, just watch my Bitcoin updates. It's simple, guys. I see people trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, just watch my Bitcoin update. If I'm about to go long on Bitcoin, it's likely the NASDAQ is going to pump. They're not always correlated, but 90% of the time they are. Shout out to anyone that just took this trade, a monster trade. And what I do is I switch back to the 1 minute, and this is the money printer. We got one here. I call it the money maker, right? My man, Master Fred, is the money printer. I got to call it the spring. I like to call it the 200 SMA spring, 1 minute spring, whatever. I'm going to call some name of it. The Sammy spring, the Sammy 200 SMA spring. Shout out to the 302 people here on the live. See, I wasn't even live yet, and I was already making you money. I wasn't even live yet, and I was already making the team money, baby. This is where you got to be. These are the channels that show and prove every single day that they make money, the channels that show you the setups before they happen, the channels that commit to the technical analysis. I have this setup. I've been doing it for so long. I said to sell 75%, leave a runner above the 200 SMA. You clear that 200 SMA, you are going to the upside, baby. What a move. What a move, right? Bang, bang, bang. So I just want to put this out there to each and every one of you. I love you. I do not waste your time. I'm here every single day. Heck, I was watching this. Usually I jump in the shower. I started watching price action. I was sweating after my workout. I said I want to watch this price action and make it happen. Check. Yeah, it's probably the fan. I'll turn the fan off. I'm just hot. I can't get cool down because the audio. Dude. I turned the fan off and one of my monitors turned off. Pretty weird. All right. And I turned it back on. All right. I turned the fan off. Everything should be good. I needed some air, Jamie. Is that better? Let me check, Jamie. Is there still static? Let me know. I'm right here, Jamie. Let me know. I'm stuck on it now, Jamie. You got me OCD now. Jamie? I'm looking at our Discord, Jamie. Yeah. Thank you. I have OCD. I'm in there now. It's good, but put it back on if it cools you. No, it's all good, I guess. I guess I could put it. Wow, there is a draw, man. When I turn that on, it takes out the monitor. It's so weird. Hold on. Now my monitor's back. There we go. So strange. Something going on there with the surge protector and the system and how much power I got on. Anyway, let's bring the music back in. Shout out to the 378 people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And this is the channel where people make gains every day. You know, almost every day. I can't say every day, but most of the time. All right? You can be like, how? What was going on? Well, let me show you. If you're in my trading group, you see that I'm live. buy one Bitcoin before you can. I highly suggest you buy one Bitcoin before you can. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. But you'll watch, this update was coming, right? I was sitting here, and next thing you know, I looked at the charts, and my brain saw something in the chart. I was like, wait, this looks like it's about to break out. And see, I already had this drawn. The 1 minute's going to pump up to the 200 SMA. See that? It's a likely thing that happens. The 100 is going to pump. The price action is going to pump up to the 1 minute. Then I switched to the 30 second, and I drew it, and I gave you your measured move. I drew the cup and handle, and I said, this thing is about to blast to the upside. I mean, this is what I'm teaching you without saying anything. I'm showing you. Then I draw the cup, right? And this is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy, okay? Not 5 minutes to 10 minutes later, this thing would erupt from the exact entry point that I placed. The exact entry point. No stop loss got hit. Like, you could have gone in with 200x leverage with 10 grand right there, and a massive amount of money would have been made. Okay, we're going to teach you this if you stick with us every single day and you put in the work. We're going to teach you this, but it's not going to be easy, and it's going to take a lot of your time, focus, and discipline to get to this level of strategy. Okay, nowhere close to one Bitcoin. Just start, man. It's okay. God is great. You need an electrician to figure that out, Sam. I got you. Thank you, Big Beans. Don't you live in Mass too? Are you an electrician, bro? I need an electrician. I want to redo my whole house. I'm hearing myself talk. Where am I? That's me yapping my big old chin. Okay? So remember, you followed me for a long time. You've watched me hit many, many a gain. Then you join my trading group. You might trade the NQ. If I'm putting out a big position in Bitcoin, the NQ is likely going to follow. Simple stuff. All right? Look, there's your flag to the upside. Bang. All right? I just want to make this clear, right? NQ and Bitcoin are pretty much similar. They run not every day, but about 80 to 90%, about 90% of the time. All right? I'm from New Hampshire. Shout out to the New Hampshire. We love you in New Hampshire. Sheena Kerrigan, we'd like to come visit you. Do you have a farm? Do you have a place to stay? Do you have animals? We want to pet those animals. Is it done pumping, Sam? That was a nice pump. You could take your money for the day. That could be the trade for the day and call it a day. You could literally trade this session with me once a day, make your money, and then call it a day. Now, this doesn't happen every time, but it happens around between when I get live and about 11 o'clock every single day. This exact thing happens. They flush the shorts, and then they go and get all the late stop losses that were late, and they flush those stop losses. Those late stop losses are our moneymaker. They're going to come flush them. This is something they do over and over again. It happens with the divergence, and when you get pulled away from the 21-day moving average, you'll get a divergence, and then you'll get the move. Now, we got one here, and the trade started, but we got rejected with a double top. That's when you close the trade, right? Double topped. Yikes. Came back down, then we opened it again. Now, there was the session. It came back, retested the 382 Fibonacci level, and this thing was gone, baby, gone. All right? We're going to reassess the situation and talk about it. Do we see another trade happening? Right now, the 1 minute is about to blast. Out of like what looks to me like a bigger cup and handle in a way. But the 1 minute is now aggressive for a pump. Remember, we took the 30 second. There's more coming. This 1 minute says it's going to pump. You're front running the golden cross coming on the 50 to cross the 200 SMA. I see price action getting to 27,750 here for Bitcoin. 1 minute looks beautiful. Lack of bearish momentum. We low, high, higher, low, put in a higher high, small uptrend, right? There's your previous resistance. We could use that. You get a golden cross coming on the front run. I see Bitcoin getting up to 27,750 on this move. If it doesn't double top right here, watch out for the double top. There's always a chance you don't get past the previous left resistance. This is the key. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. What is BOOKMAP showing? All right. Has a little liquidity to the upside, nothing big. Got some blue and got a guy all the way up here cherry picking at $28,000. They still got this base low at $27K for buyback, but that could also just be a buy wall, trying to solidify that we won't go lower than 27,000. So there we got the rejection there, and it's probably the 30-second overbought. See that? 30 seconds overbought. So then you flag out the 30. I'm all about the smaller time frame before the bigger time frame. If I'm going to trade the 1 minute, I'm going to look for the 30-second entry. If I'm going to trade the 7 minute, I'm going to look for the 1 minute for entry. If I'm going to trade the 15, I'm going to look for the 7 minute for entry. If I'm going to trade the 1 hour, I'm going to look for the 15 minute for entry. So here's my style. If I trade the 1 hour, I'm going to make sure the 4 hour looks bullish, okay? Then I'm going to use the 15 minute to get in. Beautiful. Execute the 1 hour trade. All right? If I trade the daily, I make sure that the 3 day and the 2 day look more bullish. And then I execute the trade on the 4 hour. Okay? This is a simple strategy in which I taught myself over time. I use the proper time frames in selection. Now I use the time frames that I use. Other people use different ones. You'll eventually get, into the time frames that you want to be into, right? Am I live, babe? Right, no one checked. But I knew Jamie said the mic was off, so I knew I was live. It's good, but put it back on if it cools you. It's all good. I'll just sweat it out to the 80s like I always do. So we started the stream with a live call that played out immediately to the upside, right? We've already kind of deleted it since then. It was this beautiful cup and handle to the upside. It absolutely erupted. Then we made another flag that erupted yet again. Seemed like we could be making yet another flag cup and handle here on the 32nd that could do damage yet again. All right. Interesting. Do we have some bearish div? Slightly right there, but you could say that it played out and we bounced. We didn't get lower than the lower low. And the 1 minute looks like it's getting pulled back now. So now, and the 1 minute changes so fast, you have to be really volatile. That's why I like, honestly, the 1 minute's good for students. Not to trade. Don't trade the 1 minute, but sit there all day and draw patterns on the 1 minute, Because it'll teach you how to be versatile. Like you'll know, okay, I got to switch this, I got to switch that. Once you get cool with the 1 minute, you'll no longer be stuck with the bias. You'll realize that your bias has to shift at all different times. Trades happen in real time, So... But dude, I've never hit a gain before I even showed up on the live. That's insane, right? This is why they call him Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. Like, we show and prove every single day here the strategies in which I teach. Heck, I'm called Sammy Cup and Handy. Like, that alone, why the heck do people call me that? Because I find the cup and handle all the time, and we find ways to make gains. That's a front run of a golden cross, oversold stochastic, lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. There's a chance, some bearish div there starting to form. And then someone could say, look, shoulder, head, right shoulder to the downside, right? You lose this point of control, you're going to drop back down to here. You got to hold the POC on the 1 minute, all right? My guarantee is the pump to the 200 SMA, and if you get something after that, that's everything else to me is, that's my, just solidify. I've been showing it on the live now over and over again, and I should never have given everyone this sauce, but, me and Master Friend, man, we give away our sauce, bro. For a very, very low price. I do it for free, dang near, you know what I mean? Shout out to Jason Caffrey. Shout out to Wiggins of Hype Fire. Shout out to BTC Slinger. Shout out to Kyle Vero, Big Worm, Trevor Noyes, and Crypto Wifer. I'm not live, babe? Babe, am I live? Why did you say I'm not live? I don't know that, babe. You wrote it on the... They can do that. That stays open. I just freaked out, man. You don't get it. I have post-traumatic stress from my channel getting deleted. So something's wrong, I start to freak out. I was mentally damaged by YouTube, man. I put my life into it, and next thing you know, I was sitting there crying at 3 a.m. with my whole life in my hands. If that happened to you, you would never be the same. Love is the strongest frequency. When are you going live? I know, right? You're not live, Sam. I can't see you. You guys are whack now. Anyone who does that, you're whack. But look, there's the head and shoulder breaking to the downside now, which you could have played. Shoulder, shoulder, head to the downside, right? And that's the 30-second taking you down. All right. Now I get off the smaller time frames. My move has happened. It happened. It's over. That trade occurred, man. You know what I mean? Bang, bang, bang. Came and went. If you took it, God bless you. You're good, Sammy. Pancakes or waffles? I like pancakes way better, unless it's a certain place. Most people, the waffle's too hard. I had chicken and waffles this weekend. So hard. My waffle was so hard. Come on, man. It's got to be soft and fluffy. Like at Joe's and near my house, man, Joe's does it the best. All right? Anything else is just no. All right? Absolutely no. Anyway. Let's break it down like we do every single day here on the channel. Let's talk about Bitcoin, the S&P, the NQ futures. We're going to give you the NASDAQ, the S&P, the Dow Jones. Heck, we're going to give you the dollar index and more every single day. Let's go over the bullish scenario. That's still a double bottom. We still have hidden bullish divergence on the 3-day chart. The daily is still consolidating above the previous support at 27,200. The daily has now been above this previous support zone, had not closed the candle below it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 days straight, unless this candle closes below it, right? So for 9 days straight, we have been, or 8 days straight, we have closed the candle above resistance. I still have a long opened here on another account with a stop loss below here, because as long as we stay above it, there's just no reason to close the long. We look at the daily, and the daily is in what's called a bullish rectangle. Clear as day. That's a bullish rectangle. That's what I would call that. A bullish rectangle, right? With actually a bit of an uptrending bottom here, but a bit of a bullish rectangle, you know? Almost more of a pennant like, and this thing could break out to the measured move. I'm just making things real simple for you at first. That takes you to the next resistance point at 30,250. All right? Adjust that a little bit. And there's a high volume node there. We have a gap in the VRVP. We're still inside. We get above this node here, sitting at 27,976, 2,800, 28,000, and we can boom all the way up to 29,400. All right? So these are the key areas that we're looking for a move. All right? As long as we stay above 27.2, I remain bullish. I'm going to say that for days on end until we either break it or we get our move up to 30,250, right? Here's going to be a resistance point. You see a high volume node there, 29,000, all right? We might come back, hit a little spot, and then boom on out. So this is what we're looking for Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Now the daily is also in a rising wedge, and it's getting close. It's basically about to come sit on the edge of the trend line right there. If this breaks down, rising wedges break down to the way they began 68% of the time. So yes, we have support or resistance here. We have a strong support zone. We lose that. So what I love about what's happening right now is we have a very simple short setup coming our way. We pull a Fibonacci. If we lose this level and bearishly retest, we are going to drop down to this golden pocket, 786, 706. This whole area is going to be interesting to me. A 25,671, maybe even a 25,500 area for a bounce back to the upside. This could be the higher low, low, high, higher low in a trend to the upside, right? So I like what I'm seeing for this. So this would be a beautiful short. So write this down. Take a picture of this right now. If I were you, I'm not a financial advisor. Like I said, you should be taking as financial advice, but I am a technical analyst. They give you a bunch of cool ideas that you can bounce off your own ideas and see kind of what sticks for yourself. I would take a picture of this and tell yourself, if we lose 27,200 and we bearishly retest, we make a bear flag on the 7 or the 5 minute time frame, and we get a, it'll look something like this. Like I know what it will look like because I've seen price action. Like I have a good understanding of how price action moves. It can't do whatever it wants. It has to make patterns to get to the next level. Like price action is not just going to go from here. Like watch. This is how patterns work. Price action can't go from here to here on its own. It's going to go up here, then it's going to make a falling wedge, break out, right? Then it's going to make a double top, break down. Then it's going to make an inverted head and shoulder, break out. Then it's going to make like another flag and pop out of that. Then it'll make a rising wedge. It'll break down from that. Then it'll make a falling wedge here completely and break up from that, right? And it'll hit the place. All the patterns will help it get to where it's going to go. The problem with this, most people just can't see all of the patterns, so they don't think it's the patterns. They only see a few of them. And, oh, that one didn't work. Because they see like a bull flag didn't work, but they can't see the head and shoulder that dumped it to the downside, right? There's just like, there's more going on the smaller time frames than people even realize. Like even today on the 1 second chart, I saw a head and shoulder that did play out. It's inspiring for me. Anyway, write this down, draw your Fibonacci's. I go wick to wick. Some people use the candle bodies. I use wick to wick. I've been doing it for 12 years like that. But drawing fib for a long time. All right, so look. This comes back down to the golden poquito at 26,071. All right. Unless the daily can break above resistance at 28,000. And remember, 28,080 is the weekly support and resistance. All right. So if we can get above, and look at this daily area here at 28,000, let's call it. This is really right here, like 159. That line right there. We flip that. That would be a beautiful long for a retest to the upside. Okay. So I have a bullish, what's called a bullish rectangle on the daily. We've respected the trend line, the support and resistance at 27,250 for 8 days straight. That is a bullish sign. Any trader that you talk to, you said, hey, we had a resistance, and then the daily came for 8 days straight, and we couldn't get below it. Is that bullish? And they would tell you yes. It's a bullish sign. However, we have a rising wedge. Now, rising wedges break up parabolically. All right, if they don't break up, they make a parabolic run, and they pump. So that coincides with the fact that the daily is pushing out. and not breaking this level. So that gives us a clue. Every day I go over the clues here, each and every one of us together, and we talk about it and we break it down. And I don't say, I don't basically make my call until I finally get all the data. Once the data is amassed, I have an idea. I think I'm a little big here. I could be a little smaller, right? I like being big. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind being large in the charge, but I don't want to take up too much of the trade. Oh, I want my head in that little, see that? That's so cool. See how my head's in the little VRVP little curve there? Oh, that's so cool. Look, I'm in the VRVP now. Look at that. No, right? Oh, yeah, right. Oh, look, my head curve matches. Look at that. Bling, like a Lego piece. Bling. So right now, I have a more bullish feel because we're above 27.2. So my scale tips more bullish right now, all right, based on what I'm looking at, all right? 3-day chart is turning bearish and couldn't get back above the resistance at 28,100. That's a bearish sign. The 3-day chart couldn't get above. You're curving down on the RSI and the stochastics, but they could flip back up, right? Even above the dotted line. But right now, things don't look amazing. We have a 26,700. Basically, we just got rejected by 26.7 again. We'll talk about the smaller time frames though. So that also worries me on the 3-day chart. That worries me, but I'm concerned. I don't use the word worry anymore. It's a fake emotion acting real. Worry isn't real, everyone. When you worry, it's fake. It means you're thinking about something that you either can or can do something about it. So anyway, I'll explain that later in a graph. That 3-day mean, my screen froze. Then just, restart your computer. Do you open your trades once it breaks up or down from the wedge, or do you open it inside the wedge before the break up or down? I only open trades at the bottom of a pattern. Like I only buy here and here, or if it breaks out, I buy the retest. I never buy inside the pattern. And let me explain why. I'll show you why later on. All right. But keep that thought. I'm going to have another teaching moment for you in a second. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Ask some questions here, please. I want to see some questions. Let's get some AMA stuff going. Hey, ask me some questions about the 200, about the 100, about the 50, about the 1 hour. Let's ask some questions, everybody. Let's have some fun today. I'm in a real teaching mood. I'm always in a teaching mood. I mean, I teach for a living. That's what I do, really. What I do is teaching every single day. But just watch this. Look at this. Look at this bearishness that I see. It's a shoulder. That can be a head, and that can be a right shoulder that could dump you. All right. Blue was talking smack on the lifer. Believe was talking smack. Why was he talking smack? What was he saying? Really? What was he saying? Tell me what he was saying. What was he talking? Why would he talk smack about me? Can you make the video about how to use MEXC Mobile for futures? Stop loss functionalities? Are you right or left-handed? I'm right-handed, man. Yeah. Why would Believe say anything? No, I just want to know what he said. I should know. I shouldn't get into the gossip. But what did he say? What do you think about tomorrow? What was he saying? Just tell me what he was saying, dude. So many people hate on me, man, because they know I got that riz. Why would he hate on me? I was super nice to him on the live stream the other day. You know what I mean? So crazy, man. Buck Nasty. Here's my question. I was at the class working hard and I had a keyboard accident. I was doing small scalp on the trade of the 30 TRB and I was going to sell them because I thought we were going to go back down. I don't believe said anything about me. He seems like a nice guy. You know what I mean? What did he say, bro? You got to tell me what he said. You know what I mean? This is juicy stuff, man. We want to know. What is he saying? People often call just friendly banter talking smack. Just ignore all the gossip. Thank you. I thought he said opposite of your trading strategy, and it's not doing what it's funny. Maybe just a misunderstood convo. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to leave it alone. Honestly, man, my conversations are with God, my kids, and the people that want to learn. Everyone else, to me, is kind of a distraction. Like, if you want to learn, you want to better yourself, I'm with you, man. You know what I mean? I've made thousands of calls in my life that all have played out. Like, for 2 weeks straight, we called Bitcoin properly. I just gave you guys a Bitcoin call live on the 30-second chart. Like, I do not need to justify myself to any human being on earth. I saw you could do custom Lego. Could do a Sammy Cup and Handy Lego set. Really? That's really cool. The people in the group know who you really are. Thank you, Sammy. You're the best. God bless you. I didn't panic and realize what happened when I went to buy lower. Interesting. When MA curved up, how do you like when do you get in? No one is as dedicated as Sam to helping others. Let them talk. Yeah, I believe that you're one of the best. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Crypto Plumber, I love you, man. Right? It's funny. What's the nicest people you visited? Where are the nicest place you visited in your sailboat? There's an island. This is really cool. If you look at Massachusetts, right? And I've done this before, but we go to Google Maps on Massachusetts and see here, this is Martha's Vineyard, but right here, this is an island owned by the Forbes family. They own these 3 islands, Nashawena, Gosnold, and Nashawn, right? Nobody lives on them. They're completely uninhabited. There's a few roads, and there's some lighthouses and stuff, right? And you can get to the roads. You see these little roads and stuff, and there's little roads here. It's pretty interesting. And I actually would love to, like, you know, but they let you come to this little cove here, Tarpaulin Cove, which they say Captain Kidd buried his treasure in the 1800s or 1700s, Tarpaulin Cove. This is such a beautiful place. Tarpaulin Cove, right? I'll show you. Let me see. That's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Thank you, man, for getting me out of that, like, you know. But this is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, Tarpaulin Cove. Let's see if there's pictures of it. Yeah, Tarpaulin Cove. It's a just gorgeous, uninhabited cove with nobody on it. It's so beautiful. It looks like me. My boat looks just very similar to that, you know? I feel like that might be... No, that's crazy. Like, I was like, is that a picture of me on my boat at Tarpaulin Cove? I made a music video, Mines Island. If you want to check it, I shot the whole thing on Tarpaulin Cove. All right. Mines Island's a great music video, kind of talking about how we're all stuck in the 9 to 5. We all get caught up in the zone, and we want to do different things with our lives. So that's one of the most beautiful places I've ever sailed to. All right. Anyway, so let's continue to watch what's going on here on the 4-hour time frame. As long as we stay above this previous resistance, we will get a bounce to the upside. Oversold on the 4-hour stochastics. And look, bounce, bounce, bounce. We've been holding this trend line. All right. So this is kind of where we stand right now, right? I still have a long-term trade open based off the idea that, but if once we lose 27.2, that trade is done. You know what I mean? The trade was open very close to it, so I don't have to risk a lot. And I haven't been stopped out on it yet, so we'll just see where it goes. All right. And I caution everyone to open I opened up 2 MEXC accounts. One for scalping on small time frames, one for keeping a long-term trade just open. You can use BTC pairs and US pairs, but to me, it's better off to have like one account that just I never look at and I just let it sit, and one account that I scalp on. All right. So right now, the 1 hour wants to bounce back to the upside here. It's oversold in the stochastics RSI. You would be expecting a bounce off the bottom of this channel after the divergence that occurred earlier today. However, we had the bounce here and we could not get above the resistance at 27,679. We talked about a double top occurring last night in my trading group. I put it out there. I basically said, hey, watch out for the double top. This is exactly what I put out last night. I took this from the screenshot of the update that I put out. I said, look, we're likely getting it a pump, but that says watch out for the double top right there. So we may get a double top and dump to the downside. And so if you were watching that update, we got the pump right here. That was what we were looking at. We double topped right there on the 15, if you see it. That's where I said, watch out for the double top. We double topped, and then we shorted to the downside. Then we found the bullish divergence on the 1 minute. We call it the reversal. I saw it while I was watching, and there's the 30-second flag that I put out right here that we got a huge move to the upside on, and I hope some lifers were able to make some massive gains on that. We flip back the moving averages in the 21-touch price action. You can kind of just see how everything formed. Then we had the shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we dumped to the downside. Pretty simple stuff, right? So just kind of taking you guys through the update that I gave last night, how price action followed suit into that, and then how we were able to capture this reversal today, all right? Moving forward. Yeah, Bleeze wasn't talking ish. He was just saying, hey, what this guy said wasn't true. You know what, man? I do TA more than everyone else, constantly every day. Of course, I'm going to get criticized. Think about it. I do it all the time, right? Just like a politician who talks a lot. Like, eventually, people are going to criticize some of his words. Like, I put out more TA than anyone, probably anyone else here in the internet, you know? As much as anyone else that puts out, I put out so much technical analysis from charts to trades to ideas. So, of course, there's going to be someone. That's actually a good thing. That means I'm getting out there and more people know about me, right? I always flip every negative into a positive in my life because there's a positive lining out of everything that you can see. There's no such thing as negativity. We create negativity, but it doesn't exist. So I'll tell you right now, my brain sees this as a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder that could definitely dump right down to this POC at about 26,600. So that would be the measured move from the neckline to the head and then swing that back down. And there's a POC, right? There's a high volume node right there. Okay. And then that would begin this fall to the downside out of this rising wedge. And then we would lose this level. The key is if we lose 27.2, you know, we're likely testing 26.6, 27.5, 26.5. And then there's a chance we go further all the way, at least to this level, and then to the beginning of the rising wedge. All right. So we're prepared for that idea. If it happens, I want to keep you privy to it. And the daily still could technically pin us and continue to dump us to the downside. The daily's not in the best spot right now. So I see this as a head and shoulder pattern. What am I doing? Am I making a trade? What's happening? Well, I love the money move we just had, right? And so it's like, there was a slight hidden bullish too that played out, but we couldn't get above the resistance. This is also a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles break down 68% of the time. And actually, no, 50-50. They're 50-50, but I see them break down like 90%. Like they break down more than they break up. Now, they could break up either way. You have to be open-minded to the bilateral idea. But this could go either way, right? You know what I mean? Haters make me famous. Amen. I love it. Yeah. Lifer is not prude. He puts out, baby. I put it out, man. I don't hold back. I'm always putting out. Aura chain, inverse head and shoulders from Michi P. Thank you. Well, look at that. Like I said, it just bummed me out that he would feel like he needed to be like that. Yeah. Negative dude, man. Negative dude. Yeah. God, I only hang out with positive people, man. So what's the contingency plan for YouTube issues? Maybe run backup stream, have a stick. I have Twitch, and I have a backup stream. I can stream from Restream, I'm pretty sure. But you got to join that's the thing. You just asked a great question. You got to join my newsletter, man. You got to join the newsletter. Please join the newsletter. And we should add the newsletter, Sean, to the links that you're giving me. I'd actually like the newsletter better than the Facebook group, to be honest. You know? But join the trading group, www.cryptolifer.com. We just did the trades that I showed you on MEXC. MEXC is the place to be. Jump into MEXC today and get yourself going. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind, MEXC. Okay? Not to mention, you come dressed sharper than your average bear every day. You're doing it, bro. God bless you, Crypto Bear Baker. Why was your YouTube trying to delete it? Well, it was just almost all the crypto people had issues, you know. Ben's channel, Crypto Love, I think even Banter. You know, what happened was we had all these WhatsApp people going into the bottom of our messages. And I think the algorithm picked up on that, and that was doing something. And so you had to contact customer support, and they eventually gave all the channels got reinstated and everything. But it was just, you know, I was live streaming at the time when it happened too. I had $800 in super chats. It was the highest super chats I'd ever gotten. If anyone remembers that night, some of you that were on the live stream now were there during that night. I had just begun to monetize. I had like 1,200 followers. I had just got to 1,000 followers, you know, and I had my 10,000 hours. And because I live streamed so much, and I just had the ability to get super chats maybe the day before. It might have even been my first night of super chats, you know, and I was so super excited to get super chats. You know, I couldn't believe it. I could finally monetize. It was a big deal. I'm moving my necklace back and forth in my hands while I tell the story. It just adds to the, you know. And next thing you know, like people in the Discord were like, you're not on anymore, Sam. And I'm talking, I'm like, yeah, it's the crazy. And everyone's like, Sam, and my wife's like, you're black. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm black? She's like, you're black. Dude, my heart fell into my chest. I got sick. Like I got immediately, the cortisol and the stress went right into my chest, my brain. Like I started hyperventilating. I couldn't breathe. Like I literally had a panic attack, everyone. Like it was crazy. And then I'm contacting appeals and all this, and they want to answer me. Then I got a strike. Then I got a warning. Then they took it away. Then they said no. Then they said yes. Then I said, you guys aren't making any sense. You're taking it away. You're saying it's false, but then you're saying it is. I said, you guys got to give me a reason. I said, whatever I'm doing, I won't do it anymore. Just tell me what it is. They eventually couldn't tell me. They eventually had to rack it up to algorithms. And I went ham on the community guidelines. I kept talking to the people in the community like, what's going on? What can I do? I said, all I do is teach. I don't swear. I said, I don't cause any, you know, I said, I don't know. I'm just super positive guy, spreading the love. I said, I don't get it. You know, I remember that night, Telegram days. Yeah, I was on Telegram. Yeah. They can't catch up to the lifer over 1,000 streams of technical analysis. That's the thing, man. Everyone wants to catch up to us, but they just can't. Like, we're so consistent. When they think of us, they get sick inside. They're like, damn, but to catch up to this guy, I'd have to do 1,000 live streams in a row. He's never taken a day off. I've done what so many of these other YouTubers have never done. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but I get to say that. I've done what so many other YouTubers have never done in all different parts of YouTube, right? Live stream every single day for over, like, just consistently, man, for years on end. No broken legs, no plane delays. I never got too sick that I couldn't show up. I was sick as a dog multiple times, and I was here. It did not matter. I did not miss for you guys. I cared so much about my business, so much about the momentum. I wasn't going to give it up, right? And you know what? It makes people sick. They don't like this consistency. It makes them sick. They're like, wow. Like, you may be smarter than us. You may have more skills than us, right? You may be stronger. You may be bigger, but you don't work as hard as us. I will outwork any human being on earth. I will outwork you. I will outwork you. You hear me? I will outwork any single buddy on this, in the space, baby. I will outwork you. And it's going to show when we hit 1 million subs. I will outwork you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I worked out today. I'm ready to go, baby. I ain't playing games. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's get the lemon into the water, which I forgot in my excitement of the trade this morning. And let's get hydrated. Let's get that pineal gland to another level. And that's another thing. We use love as the highest frequency. There's a reason why I'm able to go here every day. It's God. I've committed to God. This channel, I bring up God every single day. I bring up God at the beginning of the stream, at the end of the stream, in the middle of the stream. I am a soldier of God. God uses me, and I work for God, man. I'll make it really clear. My allegiance is number one to God. Everything else comes second, period. Let's have a big sip of the lemon water. God bless each and every one of you for being here. And I do not hold back my relationship with God, and I do not hide my relationship with God, and I don't ignore my relationship with God. I love my relationship with God, baby. It's giving me everything that I got, man. And so, let's go, baby. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's stay hydrated. Let's push every single day because we can, we will, we are the best, baby, the lifers, man. God bless you all. 597 people here, 247 likes, $5.31 in chat revenue. Let's go. Let's go. Already had some weather, right? Trader's Reality, been working hard like you for 3 years. Very good mentor. Only thing he don't do are live entries. We do it all here, baby. We do it all. A lot of people will show you their trades, but they won't show you their entries. We don't know how many times they lost trying to make that entry. You know, like someone's up huge, right? And we don't know if they lost. Like someone could be up, could take a $500, 100x leverage trade, right? They could do it 6 times and lose it, and then the one could win $3,000, and they could show you the one that's up. You don't know if they tried super hard to make that risky trade over and over again, you know? So, happy B-Day, Brandon Lag. God bless you, brother. Happy B-Day to Brandon. We got a lifer. And shout out to the $5 in chat revenue. God bless the fan funding. Let's see who that was. This beautiful soul throwing down on the lifers. Live chat. Yeah, we don't want top chat. Sergeant Pepper, want to put LDO back on your radar. Thank you. Appreciate that. What are you seeing on Caspa? Cody Mackwin. Thank you, both of you, for throwing down. That's so nice of you both. God bless you both for that. Good karma your way. Good karma your way. Let's go, Sammy. Sammy is the real deal. BOOKMAP looks like Pac-Man. Shout out to all the new names in the chat. Stoked to see you get the education you deserve and grow with us. Shout out to John Starks. You're a great guy, lifer. You do really well at being Christ-like, not judging anyone, always responding with love to all of us. Keep it up. You made me want to be a better child of God. Much love, man. Shout out to John Shanks, man. Hey, man, I'm just trying to spread light, love, and positivity through the world. There's so much negativity out there. So much, you know. Like in this channel, we're not going to talk about anyone else's channel. You know, we're only going to talk about this channel and love, light, and happiness. We're not going to get into the cattiness. You know why? Because our content is filled with so much light, love, and high frequency that if we do that, we're going to lower the frequency of the channel. And we can't do that. We need to keep the frequency so high. We need to keep the vibration so high. So important that we vibrate at the highest frequency possible every single day of our lives. All right? I'm telling you, it makes the whole entire day flow, baby, when you live in gratitude. And I'm so grateful, man. I'm grateful that Believes Crypto watched my channel and had something to say about it. Yeah, that's so grateful. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful that anyone watches my channel, man. Thanks for the views. You know what I mean? It's blessings on blessings. This guy, man, this squirrel's gonna eat my lawn. Ah, get out of there. He's looking for grubs, and what he does is he grubs holes right through your entire lawn. My neighbor's lawn got eaten by crows and squirrels. It looks horrible. And he paid a bunch of money to have the company do it all nice and neat. That thing got ripped up to pieces. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? Bang. So look, Bitcoin looking bearish right now. Shoulder, head, and a right shoulder right there. We lose this line, we're going to come here, and we lose that, we're going to drop even further down. I got two shapes, and one shape inside of another, see? Honestly, this looks like this shape left, and you bearishly retested it, see? That's a bearish retest of the shape already in my mind, because, like, I have to kind of cheat I guess we could say fine, there's two touches. Trend line it's still an official trend line. You do have 3 touches on the trend line. But look at the 4-hour pushing down. You have to remember the daily is not in your favor. The daily wants to dump on you. And the daily has a bit of an M pattern. That's an M. Right? The second we lose 27.2, I'm game for a nice short. Okay? Hey, Sam, do you think Zen was a rug pull? You know what? It's pretty weird because I heard about it through some other channels. I did throw a little bit on it, and it went to 0. You know? Like, I would just speculatively threw $500 on it, and I think it's at, like, how much Zen do I have now? Hold on, let me see here. Yeah, that thing just, you know what? It possibly could be. You never know, man. You never know. I was never a huge fan of it. I never did my, like, thorough. But, you know. I'll tell you what, though, I sold DNX at 110 yesterday, got in at 72 cents. That was a beautiful trade, took 2 weeks. And I tell everyone, imagine if you made just one trade, you know? GFAL coming back down there, but still holding. It went to a low of 2.4 from that high of 2.7. Casper, I hold it. But yeah, let's look at the Zen. I got some Zen, right? Looked like it was going to be the bee's knees. Yeah, I had $500 in there. That thing went to, you know, I'm going to sell that for a tax loss harvest, man. You know, God love you, Sam. You inspire me. Thank you, man. PZP going, baby. Put like 600 in it, and it's worth $60 now. Hello, pumping. What's the, yeah. Sammy's the real deal. The 99 trading group is the most important tool you should have on your tool belt for trading and life in general. Change your life in many ways. Crypto Bull, man. And you know what? So many people have said similar to what you've said. It's a trading group. It's a support system. It's a love. It's a family. I heard people have never even gotten the love that they get in my trading group in their entire life. Like, they've never felt love like that in their life. They've been rejected. They've been hurt. Their dads abandoned them. Their moms abandoned them. I've seen so many people that have just, I share my life, and then people share theirs, and their lives are like way worse than mine. I'm like, my dad died in May. And they're like, my dad died when I was 15, 16, 17, 12, raised my kid. I'm like, take my problems right back. You know what I mean? You share your problems with others, and you will take your problems right back. It's insane, right? Anyway, yeah, Zen. Kind of sad, man, what happened to Zen there. NQ looked like it could get a pump here on the 1 minute. Getting a little far away, though, from the moving averages. And you got a strong bearish div now forming. Either you're going to get a massive short squeeze here, or this will be the end of the run. You got to map that divergence out there, but you're starting to get a higher low, though. NQ futures on the 1. All right. Let me finish Bitcoin on my long-term ideas here. So we started with the weekly. We moved into the 3-day. We got you to the daily. All right. And the daily is bearish, period. All right. Anyone that says different can't read stochastics, right? And there's a divergence too, right? Again, I don't go full bear until we break 27,200. That's when this all changes. Okay. So if anything, we're just in kind of sideways chop until that occurs. Sad to say. We really need this to be a shoulder ahead. You need this 4-hour to flip. You need this 1 hour to flip bullish. And you know what? You got a nice divergence here on the 1 hour. And I'm a divergence trader. I put my trust in divergence. Like 90% of my trust goes into divergence. So technically, look, that swings up. Nah, well, hold on. Yeah, this is a swing down. And that's a strong swing up. That's a very strong divergence. Okay. Tells you should be getting a bounce, you know, and that you should not get a low lower than that low. So the key is, a cool little strategy is to find some area on the divergence there, wait for this to get up, retest there, boom. So the long I'm looking for is if this breaks out and we get like a falling wedge on maybe the 7 or the 5 and we retest 25. So if we retest 27,537, I'd like to take a long, possibly scalp up to 27,874, where we're likely to get a little bit of rejection because we have a POC and a top trend line. So this is the trade that I'm looking for the movement off of the divergence to the upside on the 1 hour time frame. So I'm expecting this to kind of keep up, bounce, and get a move to the upside. I'm not going to look at the smaller time frames for now. That's going to get you too confused. These are the key levels you want to watch. So we know how to short. We know if we lose 27.2 and we bearishly retest to take it down. Okay? And we know that if we come up here and we bullishly retest 27,537, that'd be a beautiful place to possibly get in to a little scalp long up to 27,875, which we know will have a little bit of an issue. You could leave a runner, sell 75% here, and see if this continues to move. If not, it comes back down, and you'll still be a winner in the trade, right? So that's an idea that I'm looking for. Someone could also wait for this to occur, the breakout and the retest of there to really get even higher, you know, into the higher zones. But so that's my idea for today. I don't see a trade right now. I would wait it out. I would wait out for the breakout and the confirmation of 27,537, or if we start to drop and lose these key levels. Other than that, we could just be getting some like sideways price action that may bring us back to the upside here. Watch this key area, all right, as we toy with this trend line. And that's my Bitcoin update for you. Nothing, you know, I already kind of gave the live trade. That's over. That occurred. That came and went. That was fast. On the 32nd, it was fast. It was crazy. But again, look, we gave you a live trade here on the channel as the channel began. All right. I didn't even have pants on. I was naked in a towel. Because this is how I do it. I wake up at like 6:30, 7 in the morning. I scan the markets. Within 30 minutes to a half an hour, I've got a good vibe on Bitcoin. I get my Bitcoin update out about 7:30 in the morning every day. At that point, you know, I might have a trade on it. Sometimes I put a trade out immediately. Sometimes I just give you an update like this, and I'm talking about levels to watch. All right. At 9:20, 9:25, sometimes 9:30 the latest, I run upstairs and I work out with my wife. Me and her work out for 45 minutes to 35 to 45 minutes, depending on how early I get up there. And then I'm covered in sweat when I come down. And if it's 9:55, I jump in the shower and try to make it back here by like 9:59 and set up the live. If I get bad at 9:59, I set up the live and then I jump into the shower. If I can get the shower in before 10, it's just really nice because it gives me 10 minutes. But then today, I basically was about to get into the shower and then I started looking at the charts, which I normally don't do. I normally just keep it moving. But for some reason today, I decided to look, and then I saw the 30-second cup and handle, and then bang, 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 right? I'm waiting for Banter to give his offer so anxiously right now. I'm waiting for the banker to give his offer. What's the offer? I thought the deal or no deal music was in the background. What are you going for, Daddy T? What kind of deal you want? Thank you, James Price. God bless all. Amen. Deal or no deal? What type of workout? I do like extreme hardcore workouts that I think most people would probably throw up on. And look, Bitcoin's breaking down right now. That daily's pushing down. It doesn't look good. All right. But look, level 6. I do a level 6 exercise. The hardest exercise this guy gives. A killer body workout level 6. This is the highest level that he puts out. It's a HIIT, high intensity workout by Jordan Yeo Fitness. This thing will kill you. If you can do this workout with me without stopping, and he does a 5-minute break, I only do a 1-minute break in the middle. I do this every single Monday, and I'm telling you right now, I gained 15 pounds of muscle doing this. I know you don't believe me. I went from 180 to like maybe 12 pounds of muscle, but I went from I went from 175 to 192. I am 192 pounds right now, and I will truck you. Like, I'm 5'8.5", 192 pounds. Like, I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but I have the thickest thighs, man, and when I come strong. You know what I mean? HIIT workout is good for you mentally and physically. Yeah, it pushes the brain to another level, man. So what we do is we do this together. We start with these. First we start with, you do these. All right. Then you do just straight push-ups. Then you do these in the middle. Then you do straight push-ups. You end up doing hundreds of push-ups till the end of this thing. You will be in such good shape when this is over. All right. Then we're back to these again. And it's nonstop. Like, more push-ups. Like, it just doesn't end, man. Then we're doing these. All right. And then these will kill your thighs. This right here, my thighs have exploded. I've been doing this for a year now, almost. Since last January, I started doing this. Almost a year. Then you do these. Dude, this will tear you up. All right. Then you do the jumps. Look at it. And then we do the jumps with the squats. We squat, push up. We jump, we squat. Dude, you are covered in sweat by the end of this. Your mind is bugging out. By the end, you're like, can I even finish? Do you feel like you're battling a giant? When I finally do the last push-up set, I am just out of my mind tired. It's nuts. Like, it's like, really? And these burn, like, look, even he's getting tired, bro, and he's in shape. He can't even, look. I'm telling you right now, if you do this once a week, I promise you, you will see a difference in your life. And as a man, you will gain extreme strength, all right? Extreme strength. So look, I didn't give a short or long call, right? Because I see confirmation of certain zones. I want a short if we lose this level and drop. I want a long if we break back above this level and bounce. Period. Anything else, I'm not touching. All right? Get a punching bag, Sam. It's a really good workout. You stay ready for anything. I love that. Bitcoin is literally about to crash. My piece curls 5 kilograms from the helmet. My piece curls 5 kilograms from helmet. I don't know what that means. Body weight exercises are one of the best. Maybe level 2. Level 6 is too hard for me. 12-ounce curls for me. George is getting together boxing matches between crypto YouTubers. Are you going to sign up? Yeah, I would beat up I think I would beat the hell out of any crypto people in this game. Like, no one's, I grew up in Boston. I was in over 150 street fights. I broke my hand. I broke my jaw. Like, you don't want to see me in a dark alley. I'm telling you, I'm a nice guy, but like, I've been through the ringer, man. My dad was a tough man. My dad put me through some tough, like, most people from Boston grew up pretty tough, man. You know what I mean? You know, the average Bostonian gets their teeth kicked in by the time they're 7. You know what I mean? Like, we grew up pretty hard here, man. Like, this ain't a soft city. I'll tell you that right now. This ain't a city where, yeah, nothing to play today. Yeah, I'm putting 10K on the lifer. Yeah, Sam just got to work and wanted to check in real quick. And with the 5 minutes, I got so much game. You're the best, boss. I have a good day, brother. Level 6, get it. I love you, man. Let's get this channel going. Crypto boxers, Sam versus all. Yo, I'll beat up anyone who wants to take. I will fight anyone. Jason Appleton, he said he wanted to do, he's 6'7". I'll fight him, yo. We're just joking. No, Crypto Banter, Crypto RS is going to do boxing matches between crypto YouTubers. That's all. It's a joke. We're not getting crazy here, babe. It's not what you think, babe. It's not what you think. You just heard a piece of something and you thought I'm not. Just saying, hey, I'd do it. I'd do the boxing matches. You know I'd beat up half the crypto YouTubers, babe. You know I would. I would crush them, man. Like, let's be real. Like, yo, Vitalik. Vital. Remember when you called him Vital? So the 50-minute is dumping right now, like hard. 50-minute is going to dump hard. Look, that's the right shoulder of that head and shoulder, too. Look at that. That's nasty. 15 minutes stochastics want to dump. Real nasty. Can't even, it's like really hard to even see, like, what. Hold on. I'm like, it's like, I guess that's what we're in. Then we came in, we bearishly retested. Let's see this previous resist, bounce. 15-minute wants to drop hard right now. Looks like we're going for that lower level. The 50-minute is about to dump on you. This is nasty. So this is really strange price action, I'll be honest. Like, so look, you rejected the POC. This is a mess. Sometimes price action is a mess. I'll tell you what, I'm spot on, but there could be 2 to 3 days out of the month where I just look at the price and I say, you know what? That's a mess. if you have a system, it means that the price action isn't always in your system, right? I remember my buddy the other day, Wifer sounds like she wants a piece of that too. She's so funny, man. TRB gonna pump. In the right corner, Sabby, cup and handy. In the right corner, weighing in at 192 pounds, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall. Sabby, cup and handy. Dude, you don't, I love fighting. You have no idea. Love it. Like, I love to get physically challenged. Like, it's Aries, man, we love that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I used to love, like in Boston, like someone wanted to fight me. I got excited. I was like, all right, let's go, baby. Let's go. And again, I don't condone fighting, man. I'm a nice guy and I love love. I just grew up on the hard streets of Boston and that's my past, man. You know, it is what it is. My dad was an iron worker, bro. He swung a 15-pound beater for work. Like, you can only imagine how he told me how to put things away. You just use your imagination, what it would be like to be the son of an iron worker. Just use your imagination. A guy that swings a 15-pound beater 200 feet in the air. Just use your imagination what it's like when he comes home from work. Just use your imagination when he walks in the door, how you feel. You won't say, yo, I didn't say. Yo, I see my daughter talks back to me and my wife sometimes. I tell her, you would not even look at my father the wrong way. You would not even look at my father the wrong way when he walked in the door. You would just be like, you would not even look at my father the wrong way. Not even close. Like, these kids these days, man, I was raised like, my dad was born in 1946. He lived through, you know, he talked about like how my grandfather lived through the Great Depression. He reminded me like how hard things were as I grew up. Like, it was no joke, you know. Honestly, if this keeps coming down, we could end up having a descending triangle here. See this? Comes down a little lower, comes back up, and then we form a nasty descending, and that will take us to the downside as well. So just be preemptive for that as well. So I told you my trade ideas. I really don't want to short till we lose 27.2, and I wouldn't long until we break back above some key areas of support or resistance at 25.75, right? So anything else in the middle to me is just kind of indecision, you know? And again, yeah, sometimes I show up, hey, live trade, this and that. Today's just not that day. I got look, the 1 hour wants to pump off. The 1 minute wants to pump off the falling wedge with a bullish div. The 15 minute wants to dump on you. The daily doesn't look great. You know, the 4 hour wants to reverse. Like, we have a bunch of weirdness going on here. That's why it's all about support or resistance. If we hold 27.2, we really have nothing to worry about, all right? We lose 27.2, we are dropping down to 26.488. We don't need to make every trade. We just need to make the best trades, right? That's the key. And I'm using my subconscious mind to figure out something, and I'm telling you, this is weird. I've looked at price action for years, and when I tell you it's weird, it means it's doing things that I'm not normally seeing. Like, it's not normal. That's a double bottom of the 1 hour time frame, and it looks beautiful. So here's the deal. I would long that double bottom if this 15 minute can curve. Like, that stochastic looks horrible. That needs to curve. And what I mean by that, it needs to get rounded. It needs to round off like this and come back up. That's what we're looking for. I do see a bounce coming because that's a beautiful double bottom. That's also a cup and handle. You see that? Sammy cup and handy to the upside. The 7 minute wants to give you the bounce. The 5 minutes beat. The 1 minute's oversold, right? But not too, The 15 minutes says you go lower, period. Like, and I'm a Stokes guy. When the Stokes, I don't open up longs when the Stokes point down like that. Never a good look for me. Look, let's see if you open up a long right there when the Stokes were high. Good idea? No. How about right there? No. How about right there? No. How about right there? Not a good look. How about right there? Not a good look. How about right there? Not a good look. How about right there? So, like, the last 10 RSIs on the 15 minute that were above the dotted line were horrible places to open up a long. So should we open up a long here? I mean, anything is possible. It could be bending. The 1 minute, I got indecision, everybody. I got to be honest with you. And that happens. If I can't see it, then it means something crazy is going on. Yeah. And I'm just back to the drawing board. We lose 27.2, we short. We get above 25.575, we get a long, but only not the best long either. All right. So that falling wedge broke to the downside. We got the double top rejection. Beautiful short at 27,700, honestly. Like you couldn't beat that. That was really the play. Then we called the reversal long this morning. We got the pump, and we're kind of sitting in limbo now. All right. I do see this falling wedge. I mean, breaking to the, if we just look at patterns alone, we take all the oscillators away. That's a falling wedge. It's supposed to break up to the upside 68% of the time. So that's supposed to break up. But again, you might get a double top here too. So expect to move up because that's what's supposed to happen based on the charts. This falling wedge is supposed to break up, basically rounded 70% of the time. If you want to trade with us, join the trading group at CryptoLifer.com. CryptoLifer.com. Learn to trade, unlock financial freedom. Gain an education, find financial freedom. All right? I'm telling you, read the testimonials. Take the first step. We give mentorship and sign up to the newsletter. I'm telling you right now, put your email in here and sign up to the newsletter. We'd greatly appreciate that. It's my way to contact you in case anything happens, as you guys were saying before. Like I mentioned, if I have all your emails, then we can get together and I can put them in a database, even outside of my Google, to make sure they're safe. And I can contact you all and say, hey, I'm going live tonight. This is what I'm doing. If you really love what I go over, if you really want to be a part of the community, no matter what, please join the. It's like almost a dire thing. Like join the newsletter, please. Like I'm begging you from the bottom of my heart, because honestly, from one person to another, we don't know what the future holds. In this way, I could keep my contact with you no matter what, and that's so key. All right, that's so key. That's what we want. Okay. God bless everybody here on the live. We appreciate you. Wow. So check it out. CryptoLifer.com. Check it out. And honestly, I see people, hey, can I get a copy of the class? Can I get a copy of this? Can I do that? Hit the contact button and say, hey, I took the leverage course. Can I get a copy of it? I see Master Friend getting DM'd, and I'm sure he's cool about it, but eventually he's going to get DM'd to the point of no return. Trust me. I've been through what he's been through right now. DM after DM after DM, and you want to help as many people as possible. We have a support system behind everyone that helps teach. So just, put your name and email, put out your issue. Hey, I want a copy of the class. I want this. I took this class. Could I get a copy of it? Please use this. Please. I beg everyone. Please. I see a lot of people like, can you DM this? Can you do that? And it's like, let's just have one place where we have like basically, I pay for customer service. Let customer service do their thing for you. All right. Let us handle. And again, this isn't going to get lost to the wayside. You're not going to put this in and get called 2 weeks later. They see it immediately. That's why we implemented this. Trust me. Trust me. All right. Yeah. See, I see lackluster price action. Like the market makers didn't get what they wanted. They don't have enough people on either side of the trade, so they're like sitting and waiting to get more people. And you know what? The smart of us are going to sit and wait because they're going to go wreck the emotional people, and I know that. So I'm going to wait. The market's telling me right now not to get in. The market's telling me. There's like 3 days out of the month where the market will literally tell me, Sam, step away from me right now. And today, and even though Tuesday is one of my favorite days to trade, that's how I'm looking at it right now, right? And normally, when do I see this? I've been opening up a trade almost every single live. I've been live last night, this morning, right? Heck, we already did hit one, so good for us on that. But look, gave it all back immediately if you didn't know how to take profits at 26,644 or 26,610, right? Let's get into the DXY and see what's happening to the DXY. All right, look, NQ just popped. I told you it would. I gave you this trade a second ago. I mean, I couldn't guarantee it, but it looked likely. It was above the point of control. Stochastics are low. Bearish lack of momentum in the MACD. Bang. That's a massive gain right there. Bang, bang, bang on the NQ, right? It's simple stuff that I do. 21-day moving average. Like, I don't look at 1,000 things. I don't study 1,000 concepts, right? I keep it real simple. Real simple. And I use proper risk management. And I believe those two things are just the gold, the key, right? Look at that move to the upside on the NASDAQ. Anyone play that NASDAQ call right there? Anyone look at that? Draw that same flag and play that flag? Anyone take that NASDAQ play? 1K in 1 minute. I'm with you, Sam. Since hitting that earlier on, one Bitcoin, it just looks like chop to me. Yep. It's Tuesday after a banking holiday. Exactly. It's another thing. It's Tuesday after a banking holiday. He just said it perfectly. Like, there's a reason why we're going through this right now. And I tell you what, every time Monday gets ruined, it ruins the whole week. I do not know why. Last time, same thing happened. It ruins the entire week. Like, we don't get the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday progression. The week gets changed when they mess up one day. I've noticed it. Somehow that algorithm gets messed up. You know what I mean? Are you shorting the NQ now? Right? A major bearish div. I mean, look at that. A very strong bearish div now. Tells you you're going to dump back down to the 200. All right? So now you got the bearish divergence, and you're too far away from the 21-day moving average, right? You could get pumped up on a crazy move, but now you're looking for this sideways Bart Simpson down, right? You got bearish div now, and the Stokes are beat on the 7-minute. Look at that. Shout out to anyone that grabbed that, though. We saw that on the 1-minute time frame for the NQ. NQ calls. Honestly, there's a chance this flag continues to go up. See that? The chance we get one more crazy pump up to 15,411. And dude, I gave the reversal for the NQ when everyone was freaking out. Remember when I said we're going to go above this and bounce? Remember when I said not to worry? Remember when I drew this? Dude, I even draw this line and circled it and said we're going to pump up to this level. I said they got everyone in fear. You can watch my channels from last week. I said they got everybody in fear. Everyone's saying we're going. I said they got TradFi saying we're going to the tubes. Look, we negated that head and shoulder pattern now that they all shorted. I saw all these TradFi guys. Head and shoulder pattern. It's going to the downside. 1, 2, 3. Come on, man. That's the wackiest head and shoulder ever. I was still open to it. But let's get real. You know what I mean? Let's get real. Like, I've been calling the reversal for the NQ this whole time, man. And I nailed it. I absolutely nailed it. Had you literally just long the NQ the day I said the reversal was coming at 1483 and never touched it again, you would have made so much money. It had been ridiculous. I'm just saying, right? Let me get rid of my squigglies. But if you watch my channel, and I know, and I can go on this on my life, like on my daughter's life, on my life, I kept telling you the NQ was going to reverse because they fear. I could feel all the fear. There was so much fear. I said, man, it's too much fear. You know? And whenever I feel that, whenever they're creating that fear on the NQ, like the whole market's going to dump on you, there's something, they're attempting to get everyone to short because they need their liquidity back to the upside. I know they use the news to get their money. It's so obvious how they do this stuff. All right? NQ making a massive move. Look at that. And look, if I'm going to get rid of all my lines and just show you, and the moving averages. Why did I call a reversal on the NQ? Okay. Number one, shout out to my man giving me the SMMA. I actually used to use this back in the day with the EMA and the SMMA. A little trick when they cross is just an idea, and the 50 too. But look, once you get above this, you open up a long. Once you get below it, you open up a short. Very simple way to trade. Very simple way to trade. All right? Bang. Make money. Make money, make money. It came for the retest here. You get above it, you're gone. It could see, you know, it's very similar to the 200 SMA, but it's not. It's in a different place. It's the SMMA. All right? The SMMA, which is a smooth, a smooth moving average, really, right? So instead of a simple moving average. Anyway, let me show you what I see here on the NQ and why I was bullish on it. I set my support and resistance lines. All right, look, we got above here on the daily. You long, you're good. You don't short till you go below this again. We're bullish until you get below this line. You get it? I mean, I could teach you guys so much. There's so many things I've never even shown each and every one of you on the live because I got so many different ideas and strategies, and I can't confuse you, right? But I can show you how institutions trade using the 50-day moving average. Like, it just... A guy used to trade with institutions. He gave me a bunch of strategies. He told me, don't tell anybody, right? And I told him, I promise I'll never show anyone. So some things I had to promise I wouldn't show, but I show you guys some of the things that he showed me. All right? The weighted moving average is key. So look, I see the NQ breaking out to the upside out of this giant cup and handle. NQ going to 1843. They're printing money out the bazoo. They're going to have to print money. How are they going to get more? They're going to print so much money. And that money, what they do is it flows into the markets first. Then they get it out of the markets and then they circumvent it throughout the world, right? They use the markets to get more money out of the money that they already printed. It starts off and goes to the banking systems, to the elites, and then it moves on. If the NQ lost this level, we were going to drop further to the downside, but we did not. Why did I call a reversal? What did I see? All right. And I'll show you. I saw a massive bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. It was right here. And it told us that we were going to reverse. Like, that was just too hard of a swing up. While that was swinging sideways, it was like basically an exaggerated, And even if it was swinging slightly up, no, that's a sharp swing up. And then this one here, see that? Look, that's swinging down. That was swinging. That was the divergence right there. That told you that was your bottom. Then we came back and we bottomed there again for the double bottom, and we were gone. And look at this bit of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder to the upside, right? So once I saw that divergence, boom, and then I saw another smaller divergence here. And I could tell by the way they were using the news to induce fear that the NASDAQ was going to pump. I've been doing this for so long, everyone. Like, I could smell a rat, right? Now we're going to get, now we're kind of at the, look, we could say here, now we're at the top of this channel in the POC. 4 hours getting overbought. So if you slap on my other moving averages, you're probably, but you look, the 4 hour got above the 200 SMA. I teach that as a huge move. So like right now, you could long the NQ right now with a stop loss below the 200 SMA, and there's a likelihood that you continue your pump to the upside. So I'm bullish on the NQ. It broke through a heavy resistance at 1558. I kept telling you we were going to get a reversal, right? So remember, I called the bottom on the S&P back in October. A lot of people don't realize this, man. I call macro reversals on major indices. I'm telling you, there's a few competitors out there. I don't call them competitors. They're like guys who DTA as much as me, and they were claiming the NASDAQ was going to dump, and they kept saying it. And I kept saying that they didn't see the divergence in the double bottom. Again, I'm not. So the gap in the VRVP told you once you got above that zone, you were going to flip up to here. Like, this stuff is all right there for you on the right side of the screen. So what's happening to the NQ today now? Is it going to continue to pump? Honestly, this flag looks like it can. There's bearish div. There's some other time frames that are a little beat up. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the NQ went for one more pump. One more pump today before it started to cool off. I'd watch this flag for possibly one more pump. It has got some bearish div. It's struggling. It's not perfect. It's a good time to start scaling out if you scaled in, right? And remember, rising wedges break up parabolically. So like when you had this rising wedge, boom, the parabolic breakout. Then it broke out, it retested, and it was gone. Okay? That's kind of a cup and a little handle there. NQ, let's take a look at the DXY, which should have dumped horribly today with the way the NQ is looking. Yeah, and look, we got a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder on this looks like it's going to dump right now. So if you're trading Euro Forex, it looks like you're about to make a trade right now on Euro, right? Euro's about to pump against right now. And what is it, 11:31, London, right? This is London, right? This is London, should be 4:30 right now. Boom, like that's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. That's likely to dump, right? The 21 just crossed below, the 200 crossed below the 100. These are bearish signs. The 200 crossed below the SMA too, right? Yeah, that's a bearish sign. You want to see this drop. This is about to drop right now as we speak, possibly to 105.73. What will pump against this is Euro USD. So if you're a Forex trader, right, you go to Euro, and this actually should keep Bitcoin inside that channel. If the dollar drops, Bitcoin should not drop. So if you look at Euro US dollar on Forex.com, wherever you want, you should have an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 hour, and you should play that. See that? On the 1 minute. This is likely your trade now to the upside. Nothing's guaranteed, but the likelihood of this breaking out is in your favor. This is a Forex trade. If you're a Forex trader right now, shoulder, head, and right shoulder to the upside. Bang with the low stochastics. You get above the zone. If you want to be super risk, you can wait for the retest and get on in. But that thing looks like it's gonna move. The target there is 106.261. All right. And, that looks likely to happen here on the DXY. So I just gave you a live trade, Forex live trade here on DXY and the Euro against the USD. No guarantees it's going to happen. I'm not a huge Forex trader, but I can trade any market in the world with what I see. Let's take a look at the DXY. After that, I just got to put that out there. I didn't know I was going to see that right away. So my brain sees things fast. So look, what we want is a right shoulder, look at this shoulder, Like, we already see it, right? Shoulder, massive head. Can we make the right shoulder? Is this kind of a right shoulder in here already that drops to the downside? See that? It's kind of got a shoulder there. Not perfect, but shoulder head, kind of a right shoulder there. You see that? I'd like the bigger one, though. That would be awesome. So the 3-day chart for the dollar index is so cooked, it's ridiculous. Look, I'm going to start fresh in the dollar just because that's how I am. If you're new to my channel, I want you to see things nice and clean and clear, and I want you honed in. Shout out to the 611 people still vibing with me. Who's here new on the channel? Shout out to everybody on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We love you. We appreciate you, and we support you. All right? Even if you don't join my trading group, we're going to help you learn how to trade. That's the key to this system. I can help people for free, man. All right? That's why I'm doing so well, because I've given my knowledge away to so many people. I didn't just kind of piece it out there, run a marketing campaign, and see how many people that I could sell to. I didn't do that. I just gave my stuff away for free every single day until so many people are like, yo, I made so much money. I want to join your group. I want to help others learn what I learned. There's a lot of people that join my group because they made money on the live and now they want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. You get it? We created something completely different than all the other trading groups out there. Completely different. Because we went about it differently. We gave away the value for free at first. Honestly, it's out of a complete coincidence. I didn't know that I was going to become the crypto lifer. I didn't know my channel was going to blow up. I didn't know I was going to get on, one of the biggest channels in the world and become friends with Ben Armstrong, right? I didn't know any of that was going to happen. I didn't know I was going to become cool with Frankie Candles, all these people in the industry. I didn't know I was going to meet Crypto Ran in Miami and all these, I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know. I just put my best foot forward and decided to go after my dreams, and this is what happened to me. That's why when everyone hates on me or there's haters out there, I'm like, but I didn't even know this was going to happen to me. Like, so how could you hate on me? I just showed up every day and this is what happened. You know what I mean? I made some great calls. I put my money into some great coins. We got there. I found Bitcoin early. I found, cake at 60 cents. They called me the cake man. It's just been an amazing run, right? So look, if the DXY continues, there's your measured move at 115. However, look at how bent you are on the 3-day chart. So beat. That's a beat resistance. The 3-day chart wants to dump on you so bad. It's ridiculous. So the 3-day chart's coming down. How hard it comes down, or does it just do a retest is the question. It looks to me like we will have some type of relief rally unless Bitcoin dumps with the dollar index, which could happen. I've seen it happen. But right now, we're expecting a pullback for the dollar index back to the 21-day moving average. And usually it leaves the 21 and comes down. And the 4-hour will come back to the 200 SMA. So we're looking for the 4-hour to drop to the 200. We're looking for that possibly bigger right shoulder that we showed you earlier on the DXY. And we do not want to get above this resistance at 107.32. Okay? That's a key area. And there's a divergence there. A very strong bearish div that did begin to play out. All right? Let's look at our daily. That's the one thing, is the daily is attempting to hold this zone. Previous resistance becomes support. We want the daily to drop below this. So we'll watch this closely. Either the daily does this and we consolidate bullishly sideways, or the 3-day kind of takes us further down. So we're going to know in the next 2-3 days if the dollar index is putting a line in the sand and really saying, hey, I'm going to move here, or if we lose it. We lose this level, it's going to be a lot better for Bitcoin. I'll tell you what. A lot better for Bitcoin. So we go over this every day. We'll be back tomorrow giving you the DXY. And even tonight, I glance on it and see what's happening. But that's going to be a line. If we bounce back up, trouble in paradise for Bitcoin. We lose this level, it's going to be a better overall idea for Bitcoin. All right. Euro USD did push up to the upside a few times, then came back down. Now it's pushing again. It's interesting. Some chop here. Some bearish div on the bigger. Funny, Euro, the 5's got this bigger flag. Still looks more bullish to me with the crossings of the moving averages. The way they're curving up. Look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder there on the 5-minute even. That looks likely to play out. That's probably one of the first live Forex trades I've ever given on my stream, right? But that looks very likely. Let's take a look at the ES1 S&P futures. Actually, no, we didn't do the NASDAQ yet. So look, just like we called a bounce back on the NASDAQ, you call a bounce on the S&P, right? So we're sitting here and we're like, if you can't break above this, expect more downside. If you get above it, you're going to make a move to the measured move. So let's take a look here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I didn't finish the news yet, and I have some other things to show you, so we are not done. See, that measured move is just the base of this pole. I guess this wick, too, you could take that, but that thing is just wacky, right? Look at the price action, man. But they pumped it to the upside. The moving averages were tight. Look, this was the divergence right here. Bang. Divergence is amazing. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And it tells you you should not get a low lower than the lower in the divergence. Just insane, right? S&P gets that bounce, man. All the way back to 14.4, right? And there was a chance it was going to lose 4,000. It was like, oh, no. They created so much fear in the market, man. And then they created this. Look at how strong this divergence is. Look, this market is swinging down while the whole RSI was swinging up. Like, it's just like, it's very strong bullish div. That's bullish divergence at its finest. Okay? At its finest. We'll look at the 3-day chart for the S&P and see, I see this happening. I see the S&P bullishly consolidating and getting a massive move up to 61.32. Look at the 3-day chart. 3-day chart's overbought, oversold, about to blast to the upside with a higher low, touching the 200 SMA. These are all beautiful signs. You're still above this line too as well. I see this going sideways and then a massive move coming for the S&P. I gave you a trade right here with a stop loss at 38.21, a target at 6168. It'd probably take 6 months for this trade to play out, but that's the trade right there on the S&P. Just like the trades I give on the altcoins. There's no difference between trading the altcoins and the S&P to me. It's all the same. So I'm giving you a live big boy trade on the S&P. Stop loss at 38.70. Entry is around now or before. We actually put it out 2 days ago. Remember when I gave this entry? Because it's still sitting here. So if I put it out here, it means I put it out. You're in the money. That entry was 4276. You're at 4413. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for jumping on in. All right. KREST was hot. Did it have more for it? Let's take a look. KREST looks interesting. Coming down to the 618 Fibonacci level in a falling wedge. This thing already made a massive gain of 108%. Looks like it actually may have some more going for it. So it boomed up. It came back down to a Fibonacci level. 1 hour looks interesting. The 4 hours oversold with a pump to the upside. So I don't know anything about this coin. You know, I don't know what it does. I don't know fundamentally anything about it. I'm just trading the actual, the technical analysis on it. I kind of omitted those as wicks on the 4 hour, but so I like what I'm seeing here. It could come down even lower to the 786 and retest, but I mean, it's showing signs of a possible bigger move to the upside. Daily and the 22 are both getting low again after a nice pump, and it's holding a new zone with a higher high. So I got KREST on my radar. You may want to just kind of keep it there. It's a low cap gem on MEXC. Again, MEXC is the place to be. I right click, I hit the alert there and set an alert on KREST. I'll be watching KREST for a possible move to the upside. Low cap gems don't really care about Bitcoin too much. As long as they get the movement, they get the movement. All right. And just what we thought to happen, RFK leaves the Democrat Party to run as an independent. He realized he can't. They're too, like, it's funny. And he came from the most Democratic family in America. The Kennedys out of Massachusetts, where I'm from, man. You know? Like, there's a picture of JFK in my garage. My dad was a strong believer and supporter of John F. Kennedy. You know? Every Irish buddy in America was, right? You know, every single president was Protestant. JFK was the first Catholic president we ever had, the last Catholic president. They were all WASPs, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. I don't think people realize that. Clinton, Bush, these are all Protestant. We never had an Irish Catholic in the office, baby. Irish, baby. Irish, baby. You got to love the Irish, the fighting Irish. But Ronald F. Kennedy started a special campaign as an independent with a strong showing of 90%. according to the PAC. So, yeah, he's going to go as independent. He leaves the Democratic campaign for U.S. president as an independent. You know, he feels his party, you know, Bobby might share the same name as our father, but he doesn't share the same values, vision, or judgment. Today's announcement is deeply saddening for us. We denounce his candidacy and believe to be perilous for our country. Kerry Kennedy goes against her brother, right? But he does not share the same values, vision. What? Wow. Hundreds of independent candidates have declared their candidacy. So, like, politics has ripped families apart, man. The decision for our brother Bobby to run as a third-party candidate against Joe Biden is dangerous to our country. Bobby might share the same name as our father, but he does not share the same values, vision, or judgment. Today's announcement is deeply saddening. We denounce his candidacy and believe it to be perilous. Wow, that's horrible. So sad when he represents all these people that have been hurt by medical conditions. Yo, he represents the underdog, man. He goes for Bitcoin. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not for all his stuff. You know what I mean? No one is. Like, everyone has their own ideas, you would hope. But wow, like, to have his own family denounce him like that? So crazy, man. You know, once you get aligned, you can't leave your alignment, right? It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So sad. So sad. Cyprus to tighten crypto regulations, and according to the FATF, the Ministry of Finance intends to amend existing prevention and suppression of money laundering and terrorist financing law. One of the friendliest European jurisdictions to crypto, Cyprus, might bring its industry regulation to tighter standards, according to the October 10th report by Cyprus Mail. The Cypriot Ministry of Finance intends to amend the existing prevention and suppression of money laundering and terrorist financing law. Hey, I'm all about it, man. Everyone's always worried about it. I mean, we have to be careful between Big Brother getting into everything and also, you know, making sure that money isn't funneled into the wrong places. I'm 100% with it, man, in some ways. And I hope there's a happy medium in somewhat. But we also know that governments like to take it all, right? SBF hacker could be using the SBF trial as a smokescreen. The still unidentified FTS hackers have started ramping up their movement of stolen funds in recent weeks, potentially using media attention of the trial as they cover to hide the illicit activity. The hackers responsible for stealing over $400 million from FTX and FTX US in November could be using the hype around Sam Bankman-Fried's fraud. I'll be honest, and again, I believe that SBF has something to do. I think he's connected to these people, but I could be wrong. You never know. You never know. I could be wrong. I'm not open-minded. These are just my cool ideas and thoughts, all right? Don't hold me to it. Mistake or money laundering. User pays $1.6 million for CryptoToads NFT. The purchase was funded from a digital wallet, which has been part of the chain of transactions anonymized by the Ethereum coin mixing service Tornado Cash. One of the CryptoToads non-fungible tokens, whose average price doesn't exceed $1,000, was bought for an astonishing 1,055 wrapped ETH, an equivalent of $1.6 million. The deal occurred on OpenSea, marked on October 9th. The NFTs represents a small, wary, amphibious creature, one of 6,969 units minted by the pseudonymous digital artist Gremplin. The CryptoToads collection was launched during the NFT boom in 2021 and surpassed a trading volume of 12,000 Ether, $38 million, during its first 10 days in the market. Oh, geez, that doesn't look good. CryptoToad sells for $1.6 million. There were $41,000 in fees paid to OpenSea, which makes me think it was a fat finger error. The floor price for Toads is 0.05. The purchasing of his wallet was funded by a wallet that has been pulling money out of Tornado Cash. However, the price paid by the anonymous user of NFT raised questions about the community. 2 weeks ago, the item was acquired for 0.95 ETH, only to be sold for a price 1,000 times higher. Someone made a mistake or something's going on. That's insane. That's pure insanity. All right. This trade's still flat on the 5-minute now. Look for it to go sideways. But I like this over time breaking out against the dollar. The 1 hour looks pretty good too on US Euro USD. It's basically an ascending triangle. So it got a little bit of a symmetrical vibe, right? But the fact that you're parallel with the moving averages and the 200 isn't that far away tells me this can likely get a move here. If this pumps, usually the dollar, this moves with Bitcoin. So if the euro moves against the dollar, Bitcoin will usually move too as well. All right. We may have to wait for this afternoon. A lot of times when Monday is a banking holiday, it's false move Tuesday. We've seen that. And we kind of already saw that today. It was definitely false move Tuesday. It makes sense. It just hit me. Like, So a lot of people took the day off yesterday. They weren't at their desk. They weren't trading, so they couldn't mess with retail like they normally could. Now retail's back. They're going to do what they do on Monday. I don't know why I forgot. It makes sense now, right? I just had an epiphany, but I'm like, oh yeah, they're going to mess with the emotions that they usually get on Monday, but now they got them on Tuesday. All right? And they're going to play with your mind. That's what they're going to do. Let's jump on into the news right now. It's 11:48. A little late with it, but we'll do the news. Shout out to Sean. God bless you, Sean. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, buddy. And we got some funny news today, too, man. This SBF case adds a little bit. I mean, it's not hilarious people lose their money, but there's a little bit of entertainment in here as well, right? Hey, you got to laugh, right? For me, that's how I get through most things. All right. I'll be right back, everybody. I'll be right back. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I do a Crypto Liver show. We do a 3 to 5 minute segment where we go over the news. We talk about what's happening in the SBF trial, finance, fintech, Web3, and more. Let's break down what's happening right now. We see some interesting stuff going on right here. What to expect when Caroline Ellison takes the stand and Sam Bankman-Fried's trial. And remember, Tiffany Fong has been going over this. She goes live to the actual places and she does videos after it. The former Alameda CEO will tell you about how she and the defendant stole money customers entrusted to FTX. A prosecutor said defense's cross-examination may get personal. Caroline Ellison, whose dad worked with Gary Gensler at MIT. A lot of people don't know that. Really strange that they are that closely connected. He met with Gensler numerous times. Nothing went on at those meetings. It was great, right? Next thing you know, he's opened up a Bahamas office and he's finding out how to get away with all the rules, right? Dude was telling him, hey, don't do this, don't do that. Let's be honest. His mom was a super PAC. They'd given tons of money to the Democrats for years, and they said, you rub my back, we'll rub your son's back. It's obvious what happened, for crying out loud. I don't know why people have to act like it's obvious what went on. You can see all the connections. It's right there. It's like a freaking pyramid. Anyway, Caroline Ellison, the former Alameda Research CEO and ex-girlfriend of Sam Bankman-Fried, and the star witness in the government's case against the disgraced crypto wonder kid, I think that's supposed to say Wonder Kid, will begin his testimony on Tuesday. It's expected to be the most consequential day of testimony yet in Bankman-Fried's high-stakes criminal trial. A 28-year-old Stanford grad whose on-and-off-again romantic relationship with Bankman-Fried spanned several years. Ellison was the CEO of Alameda Research, the crypto trading firms established by Bankman-Fried, as it allegedly received $8 billion in misappropriated FTX users' funds. When lawyers kicked off their opening arguments on October 4th, no one other than Bankman-Fried himself featured more prominently than Ellison. Wouldn't you want to be a fly on the wall? Cardano Top Wallet gets major upgrade with new release. Cardano Lightweight Web3 Wallet Lace has gotten a new upgrade with its 1.6 release. The Lace team, excited, announces the launch of 1.6 version, which brings improvements and gives users more control over multi-staking. Lace Platform 1.6 is even easier to use. You can now customize your multi-staking ratios by percentages from one to easy-use interface. Plus, you can view all your selected pools at the top of the Browse Pools tab and other fixes. Honestly, man, Cardano's been amazing, right? We have no TVLs getting drained, no issues yet, no bridges. So far, Cardano's been moving pretty nicely and securely, and I just love when I see Cardano getting an upgrade. 10-10 today, special day, right? 10-10, one of those days of the year. Binance UK's partner can't approve crypto ads, regulator says. The Financial Conduct Authority may have derailed Binance's plans to comply with the new crypto marketing regime by imposing restrictions on the firm's recently enlisted local partner. Binance UK partner is not allowed to approve crypto ads, the local financing watchdog said on Tuesday, potentially derailing the crypto's exchange's attempt to comply with a new market regime. Last week, Binance announced it was partnering with RebuildingSociety.com just ahead of the new crypto promotions rules coming into force over the weekend. The regime requires crypto firms to be registered with the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, to be able to approve their own promos and ads, but allows crypto firms that are not registered to have ads approved by authorized firms. Binance, which is not registered with FCA, said it was complying with the new regime by partnering with Rebuild Society, but have to approve communications for the crypto firm. But on Tuesday, FCA posted an alert saying Rebuilding Society cannot approve crypto ads for firms and should withdraw any existing approvals for crypto promotions. The firm has till Friday to tell the FCA that it has completed the necessary steps in writing. While Binance declined to comment on the restrictions placed on the UK partner, a spokesman for the exchange told CoinDesk that it had shared its partnership agreement with the FCA on October 2nd, almost a full week before the requirements of the updated financial promotions regime came into effect. This news was first reported by the blog. Sounds like a bunch of back and forth nonsense. And you know what? Binance has all the money in the world, and these people are the most corrupt people in the world. So you know what will happen. Eventually, Binance will find its way in because these people they're easily manipulated. It is what it is, man. They'll only say they have a problem because they want their bank account to get filled, man. We know what they're doing. The slyest people in the world, politicians, man. Come on, man. Let's get real. I'm sick of cookie codering things today. I'm just being really upfront and honest about it. And everyone, thank you so much for watching. That is going to be the news for today. Stay tuned for more news tomorrow as we'll give you everything in a 3 to 5 minute segment and break it down. All right? You are up in Forex. That's a pip. The way you guys trade Forex, you guys just made thousands of dollars off this. I see you guys. That's a huge lot right there. Like, that's pip after pip. I gave you the trade. You made the money. Bang, 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 ba-dang. Look at that. I gave you this inverted head and shoulder. It broke up nicely to the upside. Remember, we originally had it down here showing you this idea, and it was that was the head, and we're up beautifully now. I gave you this inverted head and shoulder. Let's go back to the DXY and show you how it dumped. Guys, I can trade any market with you guys. I could sit with everybody and just give you guys trades all day long. You know what I mean? Like, look, we showed you, where is it? The 1 minute where it was doing it. We just gave you this head and shoulder pattern before it dumped. Right here. I just gave this to you guys. You can go back in time. What I love about my live stream, it's all documented. Everything that I just did is there. I said this was going to dump, and I said, if that dumps, then you're going to be able to trade Euro USD and make a gain. This is simple, everybody. I don't even need to make money anymore because I don't even get a high off of it. My high gets off of teaching you how to do this, watching someone else become a multimillionaire. My high gets off of watching you make gains. I've done it, man. I've made tons of gains. Like, the money really doesn't give me the high anymore. It just doesn't, you know? I do get a high of calling the shot, like saying that's going to drop and watching it drop. That gives you a little bit of a high. I'll give you that. But honestly, I don't know, man. I never chase money, so money just doesn't give me the satisfactory feeling that I'm going for, right? Look at that. This gives me the satisfaction. I gave you this trade, Euro 5, you know? You don't need anyone else, guys. I got you. I got you, baby. I got you. Anyway, Forex, oil, gold, you name it. I will help you trade it. It does not matter. I gave this trade live here. Look, bang. I gave you Euro USD. I gave it to you live. Ugh. Come on now. You knew that head and shoulder was going to dump. That's what they do. That's what I teach you. Patterns play out over and over again. Look, it's right to the target at this point. Dollar index dumping. Euro pumping. That means Bitcoin should be pumping. Let's take a look. We should be above 27,400 by now. Bitcoin just getting manipulated today, just not playing with us the right way. It got the pump, but it's not getting the love that we should be getting right now, technically. Yeah, we flagged out, but we got rejected by the 200 SMA right there, and we went Sid's way. And then we made like a complex head and shoulder. Look at this, just a nasty pattern. This head and shoulder broke down, then you had these, then you had bullish divergence. I'm going to let price action kind of fill out for the day. It looks like they're going to do a false move Tuesday on us and just play games. They're waiting to see how many people show up. If enough people go along, they're going to dump us. One thing I do have to keep reiterating is this is a shoulder, that's a head, and that's a right shoulder. We're going to get rid of this rising wedge now because you don't need it anymore, right? But look, do you see it? If I pull this away, shoulder, head, right shoulder, dump to the 200 SMA. These are curving. When these curve, it's not a good look. The second you lose this high volume node, you're dropping. Definitely down to here, you know. So I'll be honest, this looks more bearish than bullish to me, right? That's Bear City right there. And it's starting to form a descending triangle. Like, I'm just being honest here. I'm going to get rid of my old work so I'm not biased. But like this to me is starting to look descending. Starting to look like a descending triangle that's going to dump. I see this as a shoulder, head, maybe make two shoulders. Look, a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Could be a complex head and shoulder. You have a high, you have a lower high. I'm more bearish. It very likely Bitcoin's going to dump to this 300 SMA on the 333 time frame. This is very likely. And we're going to drop to about 26,006. We're going to lose my key area of support and break to the downside. Again, I'm not opening up a short till we lose 27.2 and begin to fall. There's a chance we still get to here and we bounce. So we come down here, we open up the short, we take it down, and it likely could bring us even further down. But we know we'll get at least to here, and then we can take some profits and reconvene. To me, the short is most likely. I hate to be the bearer of bear news, but the short is the most likely scenario today. And if you can see, BOOKMAP also agrees with me. Tons of liquidity all the way down to 26,008. So it's very likely that a short will play out today, in my humble opinion. Look, resistance right there. If you can get back above 27,660, fine. Open up a long. Until then, there's just no reason. Look at the heavy resistance there. Resistance, fell back, resistance. If you can't get above this, there's no reason to open up a long. None. There's no reason to get any longs in here, and there's no reason to open up a short till we lose that level. So there's my short. There's my long. This is just trapped area in the middle. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. It's 12 o'clock, 11:59 p.m. Let me jump into the super chat. Sorry, I was just really consumed with the market today, and I didn't interact with the chat as much as I normally do. I apologize for that. Super chats, LDO, Casper, and Render. We're going to get to them right now. All right. Let's take a look at Render. But dude, that DXY call was beautiful, man. I gave my first Forex call on the live stream. You got to give me credit for that. Euro USD is simple to trade when the dollars are going to dump on a 1 minute. You know what I mean? Bang. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, yeah. Why? Yeah. You're funny. Thank you, Burke. All right, let's take a look at LDO, Lido Dow. And actually, it's funny. I was mentioning it recently, right? Now, Bitcoin controls the show. If Bitcoin stutters and does a dump, whole market's going to stutter a little bit and do a dump. So I looked at Lido Dow in this uptrending channel, right? Bounce, bounce, bounce with the falling wedge. Shows signs that it could definitely make a move to the upside, right? Bang, like so. But hovering with the higher low, which is great. Previous resistance is support, so we have support at 131. And we're above it now at 150, which is not very nice. Very nice, right? I took gains on EU call, baby. Lifer Adam, I love you, man. Banging on him, my man. Smash likes for the hardest worker TA in the game. Crypto Bear Baker in the house. We're going to find something for you every single day here. I don't care if it's Forex, stock market, Bitcoin. We're going to find something. We're going to find some bacon on the beach every time I show up because opportunity is king, and I know I am the opportunity. I create opportunity. Anyone around me gets opportunity. If you're around me, you're eating. If you make a business relationship with me, you're getting paid. Okay? Zen Crypto Ben hitting. Interesting. So falling wedge to the upside, you got a rounded bottom here. You got nice bear. You got bullish div. Lido Dow looks like it's ready for a pump. I like it. You could wait for it to get above the point of control, but there's aggressive entries right now at the bottom of the channel. So thank you for this. I like Lido Dow on the daily time frame. It looks beautiful. And you don't have to risk a lot. I mean, a 5.86 risk-reward ratio. 27% for 160%. Said it could go all the way back to 389. Interesting. Lido. It gets above that point of control. She's gone, baby, gone. It can flip the 200 SMA. Did it flip it on the 4 hour yet? That's what we want to see. It's just got back above it. It's playing with it. If it can stay above the 4 hour 200 SMA, we're good. If it goes below it, we're not good. So watch the 4 hour. That will confirm the daily move. 22 also looks beautiful. So yeah, Lido looking interesting to me. I will set alerts here. Set alerts on Lido for sure. All right. And guys, if I say set an alert on it, it means that I really truly believe it means my subconscious mind picks up my years of TA and says, hey, there's a move coming here. All right. Okay. Wow, I need to learn not to trade weekends. I lost all my gains I made through the past couple weeks. Man, I hate hearing that. Yep. Big bull div on 4-hour XRD. Thank you for saying that. My setup in the chart on PC and trade on the mobile app. It's lightning fast. Nice. Everyone, I see someone saying, oh, you guys are... Dude, the charts convey everything that we do here on the channel. Let's take a look at liquidity for you as you're asking. Actually, we got to finish the super chats, then I'll get into liquidity. But there's Lido, all right? Super chat, Caspa. All right, what's up with Caspa? What are we doing with it? Where is it going? All the way down to 44 to take a bit of a dump here, right? So look. Yeah, the second Caspa loses, the second you lose a trend line, you have to second guess everything from that movement. Now, we didn't get stopped out yet, but we're pretty dang close, right? We're pretty dang close. Remember, Caspa's going to follow Bitcoin too. Bitcoin takes a fall, Caspa takes a fall. Caspa's been interesting to me, I'll be honest. I wanted to go back for 18,000. I did not. I only went back for 6K because I got a feeling that if it drops, I need to be able to, I want to go in for 18K. So I have 12,000 on the sidelines for Caspa. I've already made about $12,000 off Caspa. So I don't have to stress, if I put $6,000 down, it goes down 3K. I'm still up. You know what I mean? Crazy. So here's something I didn't see before. Okay. Trend line still holding. Come back to the trend line. I didn't see this before. Didn't even dawn on me yet, right? So it's a new idea. But see how the 21's curving? You're likely going to dump down to that too. Maybe a double bottom there. See? When the 21 curves like that aggressively, it's not the best sign. The 3-day chart also says it's cooked with bearish div. See, and that's why I kept being like, the day wants to pump, but the 3-day chart, my go-to chart says no. It says no. It says a double bottom, or maybe even do we come even lower down to the 618. I mean, I have this weird assumption that we could still go back to the trend that I wanted, which would be a drop back down here to like 3-1. Could I still get Caspa back at 3-1? There's a chance. That's a double top there with a bearish div on the 3-day chart. There's definitely a high likelihood we come all the way back down to this area right here. Okay. Mixed signals, though. I get it. It's tough. 22's overbought, but here's a key. Once you lose the 21 and the 50, you're going to touch the 200. It's just that. That's just a fact. All right. All right. I'm still very excited for that live concert, Juice. You're so funny, man. I got super chats I got to finish, man. It doesn't matter that I have a meeting. You can start a meeting without me. Don't tell the CEO what to do, yo, please. I'm making business decisions every moment that I believe are the best for the company. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't need to be told anything different. So we told you that we were coming to the downside here for Bitcoin. BOOKMAP told you that we had liquidity here. I just said it doesn't look good for Bitcoin, right? So that's a head and shoulder about to dump on us to the 200 SMA. This is likely coming down to test 26,675. And if we, we're going to challenge this area. And look, this is now technically, to me, a descending triangle now at this point. It's got descending triangle vibes. That is not bullish. I don't care that's not a bullish sign, So I'm more bearish now unless we get back above this resistance at 27,683. We don't get back above that, I see no reason to long the market. All the way back to 26.8 is the likelihood. Look at all the liquidity down here. BOOKMAP has been right 90% of the time, everyone on this live. Do you want to challenge BOOKMAP and the whales down there? Again, anything could happen. I'm open-minded that anything could happen. But the probability is that we're going to the downside. All right, let's take a look at the next super chat. I just like messing with you. Pepe Community SD Maxi, 1 hour. Thank you for all you do. Shout out to Michael Bromer coming in with the super chat. He says 50-minute. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, let's take a look. And let's go back to Casper. Sorry, I'm like looking at my group's out of control right now. I'm like in the group. So this could happen. Now, we could also have this going on. The 200 could save us from a nastier dump. So just watch that. Yeah, so I'm watching Casper to hold this trend line. If it doesn't, it's dropping further down to here. Either way, I really don't see it going lower than 3 cents. So, but anything could happen in a black swan or anything. But Casper's strong, got a lot of people behind it. Sam got the market by the cojones. He provides tremendous value even on his open streams. I can't begin to imagine the value he'd give you if you joined him. Wick, man, thank you for saying that. I love when people say that. So I like what I'm seeing here for Casper. It may come down a little lower from my move. Wow. Dudes got, we got whales in the trading room moving 16. You guys don't even know, man. All my friends are millionaires, man. Like, everyone I know is a millionaire. My mentor, a millionaire. One of my best friends here in Boston, a millionaire. The guy I just did my real estate with, a millionaire. My 2 closest friends sold their company for $225, millionaire. Like, 10 of my closest friends are multi-millionaires, bro. It's just nuts. Everyone in my circle is a multi-millionaire. Freaking... The 10 closest people in my circle, multi-millionaires, bro. And we're making more. And we're making more. Anyone around me, man, getting that money. So crazy. How do you make measured moves on the trades based solely on the bullish or bearish divergence? Nah, man, you're just dang good. Most unique guy in the game right here. You can't pretend to be good like this guy is good. Shout out to Wick, man. I love you. Jordan is the dressed down version of Sammy. Both are chart wizards and entertaining as heck. Jordan, I don't know if he's a chart wizard, man. I've watched him for a long time. Whatever, man. Everyone's great. I'm going to talk about everyone's blessed. No, man. I've never seen that dude make a live trade in my life. You know what I mean? I've never seen him show his funds, dude. Like, I bought a whole Bitcoin at 19K. Like, I just feel like it's almost rude to compare me to that. Like, I did so many. I found cake at 60 cents. Like, I found Link at 178. I was showing Bitcoin at 3,000 and going to 20K. I just, done a lot more than that, So to compare me to that, I feel like it's kind of like putting me down. You know what I mean? I don't know. He's never made a live trade in his life. I've never seen him make a live trade, Tony. Come on. Let's get real. Like, let's talk about brass tacks here, man. Like, let's get real. Let's get real. Did he buy a whole Bitcoin at 19K? Like, come on, man. In front of you? Like, let's get real. I've deployed over $100,000 to $200,000 in front of every one of you guys. Like, if you look at all the times I bought Bitcoin, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're different. Just don't try to say he did things I did. It's not close, man. We're not going. I do not think we're comparable. I have a high standard for myself. I think he's a great guy. He's entertaining, but I do not, come on, man. Let's get real. Like, we just called the 30-second bounce off a divergence at the beginning of the stream before it even started during the waiting room. But whatever, man. Who cares? I got to stay humble. I get you. We got Pepe USDT and we got Render. Let's take a look at Render here on MEXC. So I thought Render was hot. It looked good to me. Here it is on the 333 trading. Well, look, we saw Render kind of making what looked to me like a bit of a parabolic move to the upside. I'm open-minded this could make a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. That's always on my mind. I see both scenarios. The daily getting very overbought and getting rejected by the 200 SMA. That's just something that you see. See, the 200 is a great place to take profits. And now for 4 days, we were unable to get above it, and we're away from the 21. So you have to say, Render's going to do one or two things. It's going to make a side, it could make a sideways flag, or it's going to make a downward flag. I don't know which flag it's going to make, but it's going to make one of these two things. I call this the twisted sister. Because where the 21 is, it's likely to probably come back down here, possibly retest one of these two levels of support or resistance, either here or possibly here. I'd look for a pickup for Render at 168 or possibly 162. I'd also wait for the daily to reset before I jumped on into Render. 3-day charts also getting a little baked, telling me it's a little beat to the upside. So, bigger channel to me is this idea, and this could take some time. Render consolidates sideways for a week, a few days, then it makes its move sideways, and eventually we end up here maybe 2-3 weeks from now, or up here, and then we consolidate. If we end up through this consolidation, I mean, that's going to be a beautiful pickup for Render at 218, and that target could take us all the way to 470. So Render looks hot. I like it. It bottomed out. That was its accumulation zone at 50 cents. It's already up a 3x. A lot of these coins, man, they missed the times that it was time to get in. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, everyone's got to start somewhere, GF Burke, man. It's just, it's a little bit at a time, bro. I'm super proud of what you did there. You joke around. We're super proud of you, man. We know how hard it is to grow each and every time. So look for the daily to pull back or go sideways to the 21-day moving average before you jump on into Rendered yet again. I just watched that daily time frame. I'd draw this Twisted Sister if I were you, and I'd wait for the 21 to touch price action. All right. I know I'm on the right path, that I'm going to make it. I agree with you, brother. I know you are too. Let's take a look at PEPECOMMUNITY. And it actually has a spot, which I didn't realize. I mean, that's a beautiful cup and handle, bro. Like right off the top, I just see that. That's a nice cup and handy. Now, we don't have a lot of information, you know, on the 4 hour of the daily, but like, come on. I mean, that was consolidation right there. Wow, someone that got in there is up 4x, right? That's 0.1 to 0.4. Dude, 5x. This thing 5x is September 30th. There's money out here on these tiny little coins that nobody knows about. Some people only play these little things. Some, I'm more of a large cap swinger, and then I go back and forth between little gems. And some people only play these little gems. Like, that's all they play. And like, they're really good at reversals. And there's so many different people with so many different styles, especially in crypto, because crypto is like, there's so many ways to do it. DeFi, all sorts of stuff, right? So it looks like we're forming some type of, pattern like this. You see? Getting tighter of the channel, getting overbought on the 4 hour. Might have to come back down, shoulder, back to the 200 SMA. Trying to see if I see something different. I almost see like you got this trend line here and this trend line here. To me, this is more like the falling wedge right there on the 4. Almost head and shouldering a little bit. But you bounce off the 786, came back up. Here's the deal. As long as you stay above this this level here, basically the 0.65, and you hold that level, this thing's likely going to continue to the upside. The bigger channel is, the 12 hour looks like it could blast out of a cup and handle. So that's definitely a cup and handle. This thing looks like it has some legs on the bigger time frames. We just got to find that nice entry on the smaller ones with a divergence or a flag, Previous resistance with the wicks, right? Wick to there, wick back off of it. It's a good sign that it's holding the zone. It's definitely a cup and handle. The safest place is to wait for it to pop. And when it comes to retest, 0.05 and then trade it up to, either this double top and see if you can get more after a partial, right? Don't be afraid to sell partials, man. Take half the trade out. It's okay. You're going to be all right. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 415 people, 383 likes. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when we post our next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I'll reassess Bitcoin in about an hour. I get to give my mind a break now. I've been doing charts since 7 in the morning. I'll be live again on BOOKMAP later today at 1 p.m. in 37 minutes. So jump on into there. I'll be live again. Hey, we might even find a Bitcoin trade. All right. So I'll be back in 37 minutes. Let me rest my brain and my eyes, and I'll be right back. The man that never stops, right? But God bless everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. So I had to grow. I will never give up. I know God's got me and the lifers. Yep. So hard to grow. Dude, very, very. Trading is tough. Small amounts to really get a footing on it. Just learn to take partials. Took 50% off my short this morning. Playing with house money now. See? Feels good, doesn't it? Whatever gives you a better mental idea is what you want to go after. Jason is a real one. His game is unique too. I'm telling you, you learn different subtle things from different guys. Look at the value they're offering you. Watch Lifer for 2 years now. Been in the 99 is crazy new level. Being in the 99 is crazy new level. God bless you, man, for jumping on in. You don't have to show your bags to prove anything. Humble, right? I learn every day. I'm here. Amen. No, but you don't have to show your bags, but I like to learn from someone who actually puts their money down. For me, I was Irish. My dad was Irish. I'm a very I want to see how many balls people have. Like, show me, you know, it's hard to say. I want to see how many guts people have, man. I come from hardcore Boston, bro. You know, I don't know. I like to do what I never saw. I never saw even my mentor and other people that I watched buy Bitcoin in front of me live. None of them ever did it. No one ever did it. I never saw one channel buy a Bitcoin live, a whole Bitcoin. I've never seen it. So I did it on my channel. I did things I never saw on other channels because I wanted to see these things. So I did them on my channel because I desired other YouTubers to do them and they never did. Maybe there's another YouTube out there that bought a whole Bitcoin. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But I bought a whole Bitcoin live. Like, I pressed the one Bitcoin buy button at 19,000 in front of the entire world. That could have went down to 12K and I could have been the laughing stock for months. But I'm still up $8,000 right now and I kicked inflation in the teeth. And I'm not trying to be rude and throw my money around. I'm trying to show you that I had the guts to show you what I did live so that you could have faith in me. So you could be like, you know what? The guy really does what he says he's going to do. He's the real deal. So that's why I bought the Bitcoin live. Nothing to do with bragging, nothing to do with showing money at all. It was everything to do with like, hey, this is what I do. And if you want to see me really do what I do live and not BS you, then this is the real deal. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Gratitude is the attitude. Thank you, each and every one of you, for coming on into the live. I appreciate you all. BOOKMAP still showing huge liquidity to the downside. Yet, the dollar giving a bit of a dump. We got mixed signals today with the banking holiday kind of throwing up the Forex market and everything else. Everyone, we love you. We thank you, and we appreciate you. Remember, love is the strongest frequency. I do stay humble. You know what I mean? I worked a night shift for many times in my life. I had debt for a long time. I lived in a one-bedroom apartment. I wore the same jeans from Costco's every single day. I know what it's like just to kind of go day in and day out. All right. Just 7 years ago, I was, just beginning my journey into cryptocurrency. So remember, I love you. Love is the new money. I love that. Love is the new money. God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Stay high with the frequency. Stay focused. And remember, you can, you will, you are the best. God bless you all. Live in love, baby. Live in love. God, love is the strongest frequency in the game. With love, we can accomplish anything we put our minds to. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you.